Well, it is severe weather season and questions are being raised in a local town about its protocol regarding outdoor warning sirens.
The complaint came in to Call 11 for action, and Melissa Andrews is working to get to the bottom of it. So what is the problem, Mel?
The problem is that the village of Deshler did not sound its outdoor warning sirens until 10 minutes after a tornado warning was issued back in May. And a storm spotter says that's putting people in danger.
It was May 7th, 2024, around 8:35 p.m. when the WTOL 11 weather team was on air for a tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service.
Producing or capable of producing a tornado that is going to be bearing down on those communities.
Storm sirens were airing in several counties.
Now, many of our communities are probably having the outdoor warning sirens.
But not in the village of Deshler, despite a confirmed tornado sighting.
And you're going to see on Doppler radar, it is an observed tornado that has been reported by storm spotters that are in the vicinity.
And we got the tornado warning, and it took over 10 minutes for them to set the siren off.
Andrew Morris is a trained SKYWARN storm spotter, amateur radio and weather enthusiast who says he was concerned that people didn't seem alert to the danger.
Before the sirens went off, I was driving through town to spot stuff, and there was still a bunch of people outside looking around because the sirens weren't going off. It was a confirmed tornado, and Clint Smith, the council member who's on the fire department, tried to tell me they didn't set them off because it wasn't observed. But when I showed him the message from the National Weather Service, it said that it was a confirmed touchdown.
Deshler has 3 outdoor warning sirens owned and maintained by the village. Morris says he's been unable to figure out who exactly is responsible for setting those off.
I've tried everything. I've went to meetings. I talked to them. They tell me it's on the sheriff's office. The sheriff tells me it's on them. It's just back and forth. I got a letter from the county commissioner stating that it's not them, it's the village, but the village says no, it's them.
Call 11 for action got to the bottom of it. The Henry County EMA director, sheriff, and mayor tell me it's the fire department's responsibility for making the call on when to sound the siren. The sheriff's department pushes the button, so to speak. And Morris isn't the only one who thought the decision was made too late.
I remember hearing the sirens, but it was after I was trying to get my mom downstairs.
Tammy Rail was already helping her 84-year-old mother get to safety.
But we had already seen it on my telephone and her telephone. And I said, we got to get downstairs. You know, I pretty much knew. And then while I'm doing all that, then the sirens, we heard them. You know, but they should have went off sooner.
In Henry County, we got a trained storm spotter that reported a funnel in Henry County.
WTOL 11 meteorologist John Birchfield says outdoor warning sirens should sound as soon as a tornado warning is issued, and certainly if a tornado is spotted.
If there's a tornado that is being reported, being confirmed, the sirens should have been set off ideally a few minutes ago. And you also have the issue with lead time. You know, minutes are everything when it comes to severe weather and protecting lives and property.
Remember, Tammy said she got the alerts on her phone. Henry County residents can sign up for text alerts, and John says you shouldn't just rely only on sirens.
There are some issues with them, and as a result, I think it's really important to have multiple modes of getting that weather information. Of course, your local TV station is one, the WTOL 11 weather app is another. Even a NOAA weather radio at home is a great way to get those alerts.
I reached out to Clint Smith, the council member and volunteer fireman who went back and forth with Morris about this. He said, I have no comment. Multiple messages I left for the fire chief, Willis Croninger, were unreturned. Each county and community has its own way of sounding the sirens, so be sure to see what the policy is where you live. And remember, outdoor warning sirens are only meant to be heard outdoors. For Call 11 for Action, I'm Melissa Andrews.
If you have a problem you need help solving, you can email us at 11investigates@WTOL.com.